Dr. Dan Stevens here, summer 2019 semester of PAD4204 Fiscal Management. This is being recorded pretty much immediately after the midterm exam. Just so you know, looks like a lot of you did well with that. There are some things I wanted to point out. First of all, there were some things, some answers that actually rounded, not exactly the way I expected, and so some people were marked wrong for answers that really were pretty close. You as long as you demonstrated that you understood the problem, just so you know, I'm going to go back and manually look at some of those answers. So don't fret. I did get some concerned student emails saying, "Hey, I didn't know what to put." So I'm aware of that. So just hold tight, and I'll take care of that. With regards to your progress on the other activities, yeah, there was kind of a train wreck, dumpster fire, maybe, I guess is more apt description of how the semester started out there. I actually, some of the changes in the web courses I've been learning affected our course. For example, when I was going through just yesterday, this is actually the 9th of July, about 20 after 4. As I was going through some of the grading yesterday, and changing some of the dates and everything else, I was noticing that even the faculty tools, where I'd go back and change the dates, if there were multiple due dates, like for example, if there was a student that had an excused absence, an issue, a personal event, or something like that, and I put in, this is our normal due date, except for this particular instance, that would override everything and throw it into a tailspin. My bad. I did not realize that. I have since, I'm pretty sure I've gone through and found every instance of that. So you should be able to go in and be completing all of those activities. Yes, that's right. You have until July 21st for almost every single activity, with a few minor exceptions. Like, for example, the lit review and the abstract repositories, you need to do those a week beforehand, so that way you submit your work, and then that way it gives other people time to do the peer review aspect of that. So you don't know what I'm talking about? Okay. I see that only one student has actually posted in the abstract repository thus far, and nobody's posted in the lit review. Okay, let me start by saying, and just because I got a few queries regarding this too, what are we supposed to write on? Any topic that pertains to fiscal management, I want you to basically demonstrate you understand what fiscal management is, and maybe some clever perspective on that demonstrates either thrift or accountability or stewardship. That's pretty much fair game. I give you an example. I actually posted my own lit review example and my own abstract example in those repositories to kind of give you an idea of what I'm looking for. Okay. I also, let me see, I did this, I think, a couple weeks back. I went out to Shingle Creek and I gave you a good example of a project as well. Anyway, that's neither here nor there. So anyway, what you're doing is you're writing one major written assignment, one 6 to 8 page paper. In that, you're going to have an abstract, and you're also going to have a lit review. Those are the two components that you're going to actually post to those repositories. So still just a one major paper, and then you post the abstract, copy paste your abstract directly into the discussion forum, and then you copy paste your lit review into that particular repository, and then you do your peer review. For example, like I said, one of your colleagues has already posted to the abstract repository. So I went ahead and I took the liberty, since there's only one in there, I thought, okay, well, I will go ahead and I will look at that particular work, which was actually very well written. I saw that he had 158 words. That met the minimum requirement, between 150 and 250 words. Okay, good. And I said that, And then I said, I offered other subjective comments like it's very well written. The word choice, is of, college level writing, the transitions, whatever. What I want you to do is I want you to read it and say, this is what I think. Okay, here's how you can make it better. And I give them some words of encouragement. As far as the gentle criticism, I noticed that even though it wasn't actually one of the requirements of this particular assignment, I noticed that he used the word we a couple times. Well, the main paper, the major written assignment, if you'll notice the rubric, it actually says it's got to be written in third party. Okay, what's third party writing? It was almost like you're talking about others. Like he started out, we need to do something. He was actually writing a sentence, we need to whatever. Well, that was in the first person, he's talking about himself. Whereas you could simply reword that, people need to do this, do this. Okay, now you could be talking about somebody else. That's writing in the third person. So I actually offered that as a gentle criticism. Hey, by the way, you need to, write it in such a way so that way he's got ample time to go back, make those corrections. Theoretically, whenever he tenders his major written assignment, he's got feedback from 2 different students saying, this is what you need to do to have a better paper. Everybody should be able to do that. So that was the thought behind those particular activities. So anyway, midterms are looking good. Keep it up with the activities. Don't wait till the last second. And like I said, I'm working on everything else. I think I've worked out all the bugs as far as the due dates and everything else. Just just knock this stuff out. Really, think about it. You don't have a final exam in this particular course. So what you can do is you can knock out your major written assignment, knock out your project, knock out all of these activities. Man, you can finish the semester, considerably earlier with a few minor exceptions. But hey, if you've got multiple courses, lion's share of your work can be done early on in the semester, and everything else can be a breeze, right? Anyway, I will talk to you folks later, okay? Have a nice day.